Just in time, just in time. Mr. GPN over here just taking over the base. Just taking over the base. Over here at wing members coming in. Nicholas breaking down the door with a katana. Z coming right on behind him. Going right behind him. Got the ship gun in hand. Got Snoop over here. GPN member over here with the Suez and just hanging out in the break room. Going in there for the heal. And over there, down here, we got Lola from Los Pros, the Alegral era, just over here taking over, and that going on up here. Siege looks like wing members. They're gonna need to get some more members on this base if they plan on taking anything over, because GPN means business. What do we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 members. Here comes Don from Heartless. Over evidently helping Winged out over here. Mr. Tack over here, just fighting over. Got the bar, just trying to take over the base. Looks like GPN members. Oh, Snoop is down, ladies and gentlemen. Snoop is down. The heal. Let's see the heal response. Here goes Mr. Azora going in there, grabbing the heal. Here comes Leviathan from Mr. Angel Dust coming in. Leviathan. Here you go. Los Pros de Gral era, just hanging out over there, just playing peekaboo. Just playing peekaboo there, and Z comes in, tries attacking him, but he actually prevails. Mr. Lola over here, just coming in. You know, is that a female or a male? I gotta see the face. It's a female, ladies and gentlemen. It's a female. Here we go, Tack from Wing member. Tack from Wing over here, just coming in. Player here, trying to break the door down with the taser there, Mr. Tack. While Mr. Player comes in, just feeds off him, Tack, of course, running away right now, trying to fight and run away at the same time. You know, that's a very defensive style Mr. Tack right now is undergoing. And here he goes. Siege reloading. They're busting out the P2Ks with that pray and spray style there that the P2Ks offer and allow you to do. Not doing him any good though. Mr. Tack right now feeling very good about himself. Going back, taking advantage of the heals and gonna go continue the fight. Here he goes, busting down the top door with a taser. Here comes player GPN coming in with the bar, and being surrounded right now. Mr. Tack, Snoop of course over here trying to heal. I would wager this fella probably low on hit points. Let's see how it is, representing America with a NASA hat, with a NASA space astronaut hat. Here it goes, Tack coming over there. Tack definitely doing some work over here by himself. You know, I don't know how many wing members that there are. Let's see what kind of damage that we could be dealing with here in the near future. Tack, of course, falling down. What do we got? About 1, 2, 3. We got four wing members. Wow, that's I don't think I've ever seen that few wing members online at a time. GPN definitely taking great advantage of this, this small opportunity, the skeleton crew of Winged. Here we go, Mr. Heartless Don coming in with a bar, just being surrounded here. Here goes Zeech, just wrapping this fella up like a Christmas present, holding it down with the M1 carbine. Here we go, just surrounding him. You know, you would think this fella's just stole a pack of bubblegum the way they're surrounding him. Here he goes. GPN here taking him out. Mr. Don definitely putting in some work. You know, you gotta appreciate it. You would think that fella just stole a pack of bubblegum once again as he's running away from GPN members. There he goes, another GPN down. Zeech over here, just coming in with the M1 carbine. Heartless over here, just taking them all out. Here comes Mr. Tack from Wing. Well, evidently two of them working together as they take over this here base. There we go. It's going down 13-10. It's at half hit points. This could be it for GPN. Here goes Mr. Leviathan though. Leviathan coming in with the Shipka, fighting him off. Here goes. One of those fellas should probably get out of this base here. They should probably just get out of that circle. You know, they could have had it there if one of them would have just escaped that circle. Angel Dust, of course, falling there, Mr. Leviathan. And Siege over here with the P2Ks, just spraying. Don's on the floor. Mr. Tackett now being surrounded by 3 of them, and he's down. Here comes Azora from GPN, just trying to shoot anybody. Azora, is that just me, or do Azora and Siege look very, very similar here? Got the P2Ks, same color. Both got the King's hats. I wonder what's going on over here. Mr. Leader Azora here, just holding down the base. Siege over here just isolating this top here as Mr. Tack busts the door down over here with his taser. He's in. Sees an opening there. Sees a gap, and he sees opportunity. He's coming in. You know the thing about opportunity here, and Mr. Tack seems to have identified this as well. Yeah, you gotta seize opportunity, the opportunity of a lifetime to be exact, and the lifetime of the opportunity. And here comes Mr. Tack, of course, jumping on that. Here goes Nick, WB coming here. Nick just coming out of nowhere, you know. Here comes Legion Frost. Oh, here we go. 2 members from Legion Frost. One of them which does not have a caps lock, does not have a shift button there, just falling down. Here it goes Miss Nishi just coming in. coming in, you know. Yeah, here she comes. Here goes with the AK-74. Here we go. Mr. Spaceman down. Buzz Aldridge on the floor. Here goes Mr. Don Heartless. Let's see if he can put that. It's going to be very difficult to top the last run that I seen from this fella. Here it goes. They know that Don Heartless is nothing to mess with. All of them just surrounding him. Don Heartless down on the floor. They didn't mess with him this time. Last time they thought that he was something to be messed with, but not this time. This time they know we got to take that fella serious. Here we go, Mr. Tack over here, winged member, and here's Caped. It's a sub for winged. Here he goes, just coming in, legend Paco, PK, Paco over here, Paco and Tack over here, just tag team over here, and look at them. You know, if I didn't know better, if you look closely to Mr. Paco over here, he looks like somebody just put a fruit roll up and wrapped it around him. Look at that body over there. You gotta love it. You just gotta love Mr. Paco over here. Fruit roll up, the legend takes he takes the dive as Mr. Tack takes the base over. You gotta love it. You just gotta love it. Here we go, Mr. Tack being surrounded though by GPN members. He's got to get out of there. He's got to go take advantage of a heal or something. Here we go, takes down Snoop. Mr. Buzz Aldridge and Tack's down. That was a pretty good run there from Mr. Tack and Mr. Fruit by the Foot, Mr. Fruit Roll Up. You've seen it over here, folks. Mr. Fruit Roll Up. Here comes Blaze Air. It looks like GPN once again is taking over the base. There we go. We got a PM over here. What kind of stuff do I stream? You're watching it right here live. I go where the action goes. If it's a spar, I can go into a gang spar. I can go into a gang base. I also like to follow the PKing. Anything wherever the action goes. The action just happens to be right here, down here at Neozone base right now. Here go Mr. Game Over coming in with the bar. Member of Winged over here, just pummeling Mr. Azora down there. Did not even have a chance. Here goes Zeej over there trying to get him from the back. And here he goes. This could be it for Mr. Game Over if he gets surrounded by the right number of people. But here we go down here, Mr. Fruit by the Foot, Paco PK. There he goes. Fruit roll up, just hanging out down here playing peekaboo, playing a really good game of peekaboo. Looks like a 2-year-old. Somebody get that kid a rattle. And here he goes, taking advantage of this opportunity to heal. Healing up. He's at full HP. Does not even need the last one. He can come and get it later though. And he knows it. Here we go up here. Meanwhile, up here, where the heart of the battle is, Mr. Tack over here, just trying to put in some work. And right about now, here he comes, Mr. Fruit by the Foot himself, coming on in with Mr. Game Over. Here we go. This could get really tricky right now. Really tricky. Here we go, Mr. Fruit by the Foot coming on in. Fruit by the Foot going down, trying to take out Mr. Siege. Got Zeech over here up top and Siege on the right. You know, it's kind of hard to say. You want to get a tongue twister. Say the two of them. Put the two of them by yourselves and say it all together at one time. Here we go, Mr. Paco, Fruit by the Foot, just taking him out, and he's falling down himself. He did a pretty good run there by Mr. Fruit by the Foot. And here we go, Azora coming in. Looks like we got 4 GPN members. They're feeling pretty confident, pretty comfortable right now here in the middle of this here circle. Here we go, wing member over here. Looks like Mr. Tack, Attack of the Killer Tomato, coming down. Mr. Attack of the Killer Tomato, coming down. Mr. Bar, here he goes. And Mr. Game Over coming in from the back. Here goes Legion Frost over here. Surprise visit by these fellas up here. Legion Frost, one of them. Look at the Intimidator, Mr. Joseph, the Intimidator of Legion Frost. Here he goes. Coming in. Is that a K180 there? Oh, switching it up for dual Uzis. Now he really means business, folks. Really means business indeed. Here he goes, going against Mr. Game Over. Game Over getting blown up like a pool toy. You just gotta love it, folks. Mr. Game Over blown up like a pool toy. And here comes Mr. Player from GPN coming in with the artillery cannon, just fighting off Mr. Aorti over here from wing member. It looks like I think wing member. Here we go. We got a couple more. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wing member. Now it's looking more like their team. Here we go. Coming down at the bottom, Mr. Aorti falling down. Mr. Fruit by the Foot now got a wing tag on. And he's coming on in, trying to take out these GPN members. You know, and that's a very good spot, very good choking point there to use an artillery cannon. You know, you hit the chair, yeah, it's an enclosed area down there. You just gotta love the kind of strategy that Mr. Player of GPN over here is installing. Here we go, Mr. Game Over coming in, Mr. Game Over, Mr. Bar coming in, and Attack of the Killer Tomatoes taking over the top. Mr. Attack of the Killer Tomato taking over the top and falling there at the stairs there, that fence. You just gotta love it here, Mr. Joseph the Intimidator coming in from the top with the K180, coming up from the top, running away, feeling very scared, looking for probably waiting for backup. Mr. Azora just attacking, just being ruthless against Joseph the Intimidator. And here we go. We're already just hanging on by a tooth, hanging on by a tooth string. Here it goes. Here it goes. Here it goes. Here's coming in from the back and getting attacked. You know, here they are up here. These lovely females up here, just chilling out in the healing room. Mr. Zeech though not taking any ransom notes over here, just taking them all out, trying to take them all out anyway. Here goes Mr. Nishi, Mrs. Nishi over here. Mr. Nishi, talk to me on Twitch. Red Spy 3535. I better go check out the Twitch chat right now. This action though, I'm gonna wait for it to slow down, sir. I gotta report this to people definitely tuning in to see this kind of action here. Attack of the Killer Tomato coming down to the right. And here comes Aority just isolating the top area there, not letting anybody through, trying to hold it down while Mr. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes comes up, getting hit from the back. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes is down. Here go Mr. Aority making a move there over on the left side of the arena. Here he goes, just coming in. He's gonna, let's see him get out of this one. Here he goes, and he's down as well. Paco, Mr. Fruit by the Foot taking him out in vein of Mr. Zeech. And here he goes, Fruit by the Foot, and game over. Fruit by the Foot and game over. Siege and Player of course sticking to his gun over there, which is of course the artillery cannon. Snoop coming in with the Suicide. You gotta love this, folks. You gotta love it. Mr. Player is down. The artillery cannon not gonna do him any good there on the floor. Here we go, Mr. Fruit by the Foot getting rushed by Azorda, and Zorda falls. This could be Fruit by the Foot's game right now. Fruit by the Foot coming in, and there goes game Winged. Here we go, Winged taking over. Absolutely a wonderful play there by Mr. Fruit by the Foot. And they already Zeech over here trying to take the base back there, coming in with a ship gun. Mr. Rico over here, Mr. Flamethrower just taking everybody out, just taking names in the name of Goon Squad. Here it goes, turn Mr. Siege over here on fire, man on fire over here. Rico turn him into Katniss Everdeen. There he goes, man on fire. Coming on down, Mr. Snoop. Here comes Buzz Aldridge. Buzz Aldridge just trying to fight him off. You know, yeah, going against a fella like Rico over here. You gotta be intimidated. Definitely when he's coming in at full HP, you gotta be intimidated. Here comes Rico the maneuver. Here it comes Rico coming down. Here it goes. Making a move for Goon Squad. Coming in. Just lighting the place up. Over here. Lighting up Mr. Fruit by the Foot. Paco PK over here. Fruit by the Foot in the break room right now. Here he goes. Mr. Fruit by the Foot is down. Blowing that fella up like a pool toy. Mr. Player of GPN just taking him out. Just absolutely taking him out to dinner. Here comes Rico coming down with the flamethrower. You gotta love it. Mr. Rico over here just putting in work. You don't know whose side he's on. He's just down here taking out people left and right. How much was OPR nerfed by? I don't know. I'm going to have to go and look into this because I've seen a lot of complaints there about the fire rate of the OPR being nerfed. But right here, the message at hand that we got right now is this battle here, this epic battle here between Winged and GPN, and Mr. Rico just randomly coming in on the side of Goon Squad. Here goes GPN, of course, breaking through. It looks like GPN has the base right now. Mr. Fruit by the Foot, Paco over here, Player over here, just blowing people up, man, blowing people up. Somebody get that kid a job at Pinch a Penny because he's definitely a good blower upper. Here he goes, Mr. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes coming in from the bottom, coming in from the right. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, just taking people out, and taking names there with that bar. Let's see him. Let's see what he's doing. Trying to avoid that artillery cannon at all costs. Of course, you don't want to get in close range there, close proximity of this fella here with the artillery cannon. Here he goes, just taking it. Here comes Aority and Attack of the Killer Tomatoes coming in from the left. Attack for the Killer Tomatoes. Looks like does not look like a good day here for Mr. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. And here he goes. This could be it right here. Looks like they're going to lose it again if Mr. Don Heartless gets out of this. Don, here we go. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes ordering Don to get out of that circle there because he realizes the threat is imminent. You know, Don of course going over here so he can escape the blast here. Snoop just coming in. Buzz Aldridge just coming on in, getting blown up by Mr. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes and Fruit by the Foot, taking over the base successfully in the name of Winged. And here we go, Legion Frost. Here comes Nishi. These fellas right here, a tag team. Looks like they got Lola now on their side, coming in with an APO and an Ash Ketchum hat. Here she goes, busting out the melee weapon, knocking down that wonderful looking picture there. And she's going in for the heals, Here comes Mr. Azorda R coming in the name of GPN coming out. And here comes Mr. Tack, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Here comes Fruit by the Foot coming in, just trying to isolate the whole area, trying to keep it safe down here as Mr. Aority is securing the circle. Down here, of course, Rico now siding with GPN. Rico, of course, is a hired hit. He's a hired hit over here. He's a free agent, you know, and that's what you got to love about Mr. Rico. He comes in, just jumps in, whatever team he wants to pick. It looks like he's choosing GPN today. And here he goes, Mr. Free Agent Rico. Rico coming in with the flamethrower. Here we go. And who wouldn't want a flamethrower on their side? Mr. Rico now falling down. Better luck next time, buddy. And here we go up here. We got Miss Lola, the lovely Lola Ash Ketchum hat, reloading her AP0, just busting this down, switching to AP7s. You know, here she goes, just sitting there contemplating life itself, there with those deep blue eyes, those deep green eyes. You just gotta love it, folks. Here we go, Mr. Snoop, Buzz Aldrich coming down with a cold as he takes out Mr. Heartless. And here it goes, Mr. Fruit by the Foot, just securing the door over here. Here comes Koozie with the thimble on top of his head. Koozie coming in with the thimble on top of his head, helping Wing. Coming here in the name of Wing, taking out Mr. Buzz Aldrich. Buzz Aldrich getting out of there. Mr. Buzz Aldrich just trying to get away. Mr. Snoop over here representing America there with that there NASA hat. Here he goes. He doesn't know if he wants to run. Should he stay or should he go? That's his theme song tonight, and he's sticking to it. It looks like Mr. Aorty gonna give him a hall pass. Get the hell out of here, he says. Get out of the base. This is ours. And here we go, Mr. Koozie over here with the thimble on top of his head. What kind of work is he putting on? Here comes Don Heartless. You don't want to mess with this guy. Does not have a heart. This is the Tin Man. Don the Tin Man Heartless just taking out Mr. Thimble, taking out the thimble, and of course. Here we go. Here goes. Oh, it doesn't look like. It looks like. I'm sorry. It looks like Mr. Heartless, Mr. Tin Man, of course, allied there with Winged. Now going against Buzz Aldrich. Buzz Aldrich, Fruit by the Foot over here. Fruit by the Foot holding down the base, just holding it down himself over here. You just don't know how to handle this kind of excitement. Here we go. Don the Tin Man Heartless, just siding with Winged, of course. And here go Mr. Aorty. Game over. Mr. Game Over and Siege and Mr. Fruit by the Foot all taking it over. Here we go. The hired hit, Mr. Freelancer Rico himself. Over here, just being kept at bay by Fruit by the Foot. Paco, here it goes, takes out Fruit by the Foot. Mr. Rico, hired hit, takes out Fruit by the Foot. Then making some more moves over here, trying to take out the rest of these members. Let's see who he's attacking. Who's in the scope of Mr. Fruit by the Foot? It's none other than Don the Tin Man Heartless. Here we goes, Mr. Azorta. GPN making a big move, making a move in a big way over here as Mr. Aorty over here, just hanging out in the break room here. Hanging out in the break room, realizes he's got to clock in, he's got to put in some work. But is it too late for this Mr. Rico? Mr. Rico down. Here we go. Mr. Fruit by the Foot. Mr. Game Over here, and blowing people up like the pool toy, and he's down himself. Here we go, Mr. Koozie, Wing member over here, just trying to hang out. It's all down to Mr. P over here, member of GPN. Legion Frost over here, trying to create some kind of a distraction here as as Mr. GPN coming in here taking over. Okay, and this could be anybody's battle. Legion Frost or GPN. This could be anybody coming in. And here comes Mr. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes coming back from the top, and Mr. Hired Hit Rico. Mr. Rico the Hired Hit coming in on the side of GPN. Trying to take over Mr. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, and Rico's down. The hired hit today. He's down. Here goes Mr. Buzz Aldrich Snoop over here, of course, on the side of GPN. Azorta R falling down on the floor. Here comes Mr. Angel, one of the most dedicated Wing members. Look at that. He's got wings on top of his wings. You gotta love it, folks. You just gotta love this kind of dedication when you see a Wing member wearing wings. It's something special. It's something almost historic. And here we go. We got Mr. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes hanging out in the break room here as all fire breaks loose here. And we got Mr. GPN, Legion Frost. Yeah. What are these fellas doing over here? Here we go, Mr. VIP Killer, and getting killed. You know. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He's not the VIP Killer. He's the VIP Kyler. Mr. VIP Kyler just hanging out over here. Here comes Mr. Rico, the hired hit of GPN, coming on in. He's a free agent, and he's not afraid to show it. Here we go, getting slowed down by the gas, though. Rico looking like he just stepped in a big wad of big league chew, and he's on the floor, falling down. Here we go, Mr. Siege, though. Mr. Siege coming in on part and getting blown up again. You just can't fight that kind of intimidation there. Here we go, Mr. Rossi. GPN making a big move, the two of these fellas, Azorta and Mr. P. Mr. P coming in, of course, coming in from the side. Here we go, Mr. Heartless, Mr. Tan Man himself, just falling down on the floor. Another Tin Man. He loves the letter M, and he's not afraid to use it. Mr. M with the munchy mouth falling down on the floor. Here comes Trevor. just hanging out. Looks like he's got a little bit of an internet disconnect there. No problem all. Mr. P coming in. Coming in with the bar reloading, switching to a Shipka. This might be a good move here for Mr. P as the Shipka can isolate. It looks like he borrowed that gun from Noah's Ark, shooting 2 bullets right up the bridge at the same time. You know, you just gotta love it, folks. You gotta love it. Here comes Mr. Buzz Aldrich, though. Buzz Aldrich coming from the right. Here comes the Thimble. The Thimble taking out some members over here. Buzz Aldrich's gang. Here we go, and the Thimble falling. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. This is between Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, Mr. Angel, Wing's most promising member, and Buzz Aldrich. Buzz Aldrich nowhere to be found, though, right now. Here we go, Mr. Tin Man himself, Heartless. Heartless just coming on down like it's The Price is Right. Here he goes, Mr. Azorda R, member of GPN, just hanging out. And here's Mr. Fruit by the Foot, Paco PK over here, Mr. Fruit by the Foot himself. And here we go, Mr. Knight PR Fire, making quite an entrance over here. I don't believe I've ever seen quite so many smiles in all of my life. Mr. Knight PR Fire just falling down on the floor. You gotta love it. You just gotta love it, folks. And here goes Mr. M with the munchy mouth, just hanging out up here. And that's mush mouth, shooting through the door, trying to get to that GPN member there. You just gotta love it. Here he goes, Mr. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, going out here, getting some kind of streak bonus. I don't know if it applies here in this base. You can't heal. That's what that bonus is supposed to do for you. Mr. Fruit by the Foot just down here. Looks like he's just chilling out. What do we got going on here? Somebody coming through the elevator. Here comes Mr. Pool Toy. Mr. Pool Toy coming in with the artillery cannon, switching up for the katana, and just moving and making a move on Mr. Fruit by the Foot as he's falling asleep there and blowing him up. Mr. Pool Toy advancing here past the peekaboo point. Here he goes playing peekaboo with Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Mr. Pool Toy just coming in, just blowing people up, just blowing them up. Here he goes. He knows he's got an advantage here down here as long as he remains a close range proximity here to miss his Cookie Monster. Here she goes, though. Mr. Pool Toy just falling down on the floor. Somebody just deflated the fella. Yeah, good luck floating on that one. And here we go, Mr. Rossi Boy coming in. And Knight PR Fire now hired hit of Wing. Mr. Knight PR Fire, a hired hit here, just like Mr. Rico. I don't know where Mr. Rico has gone, though. I haven't seen Rico in quite a while, along with a lot of GPN members. You just don't know where they went. That they go back to their home base. Here comes Mr. Buzz Aldrich, though, still a member of GPN, and Mr. P coming in. Looks like this is an organized raid here on the favor of GPN. Coming in all at the same time. This is some organization that you don't see every day from Wing. Here we go, Angel, Wing's most promising member here, the most dedicated member here with the wings on top of his head. You gotta love this fella, the most promising member of Winged. And here we go, Mr. Kuzi, once again, he looks like he's removed the thimble from his head. Now he's bald. Yeah. You gotta. Maybe he was cold there. Maybe he doesn't want to sow. Maybe he's just putting it in. You reap what you sow, and Mr. Kuzi is definitely sowing what he reaps. Just taking that hat off. Here we go. Mr. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes just hanging out over here. And here we go. Mr. Game Over, Night PR Fire, and Aori just all hanging out here at the circle. Mr. Silov over here just chilling out. Member of Crowned, also an ally of Winged. Here we go, Wing's most promising member, Angel, just chilling out here, And here comes GPN, Mr. Pine just coming in for 3 seconds of misery as he gets knocked down by Arrow there with the birthday hat. You gotta love it. And here goes Mr. Azorda also coming down there, head going right through the window. That's what a way to put it. What a way to put it there for Mr. Game Over. Here we go, Mr. Cozy coming in. Vamos. Here we go. We got the Legion Frost coming in. Definitely the opponents of the hour right now. Legion Frost. Mrs. Ash catch him. Mrs. Ash catch him. I gotta put an H there. Gotta really watch that, I guess. Here she goes with the AP0, just chilling out. Here comes Cookie Monster with the duck on her head. Is that a straight jacket that she's wearing? You just don't know anymore. You just don't know. Look at the face. Look at that grimacing face, the grimacing look on her face. The smile. Yeah, you gotta love it. Here we go. We got a message over here. We got a message over here from Mr. Angel. Add me. I don't know if maybe he thinks he's playing the Wii Fit. Here we go. We got a fight though. We got a Mexican standoff over here. Mr. Snoop, Mr. Buzz Aldrich over here, hanging out with Baby Clothes. Mr. Baby Clothes and Walk here with the bar. Rossi boy, Mr. Baby Clothes and Walk, just chilling out over here. Got the bar going against Buzz Aldrich. Aldrich just trying to blow past anybody, taking out Kuzi, taking out the thimble, and gets taken out by Wing's most promising member there, Mr. Angel with the wings on top of his head. You gotta love this, folks. You just gotta love the kind of battle that's going on here. Let's go to twitch.tv. Let's pull up the chat. Let's see what's going on here live mainstream. Here we go. Twitch. Let's just try to open it up. Looks like we're having a little bit of an internet connection here. Internet connection problem here as we're loading. Still watching the action though on the other monitor here. Mr. Kuzi. It looks like I'm paying for opening up another link here. I'm definitely gonna pay here for opening this chat. It looks like we're probably going to crash here in just a second. We're gonna find out. I believe opening this chat was definitely a mistake on my part. Should not have listened to that fella. Should not have, because it looks like this chat is just gonna slow me down. The real action over here on the base. Everybody else, looks like this is my internet disconnecting right here. This is definitely why I don't like to keep the chat open, because of this very reason right here. Nope, it looks like we're probably gonna have to close the Graw Online game client really quick here. Let's close it. Let's just turn that off really quick. Sorry for the technical difficulties here. It's definitely got some technical difficulties going on here on favor of this, just because I had to open up the chat. Somebody requested it. Here I am. Now let's try and open up the Growl client once again. Let's see if we can get away with it this time. And here we go. We're logging in. We're logging back in. We're logging back in. Let's just see what's going on right now. We are live. We are live over here at the Neo Zone. Missing a lot of the action though. Unfortunately, I had to open up the chat room. You see what happens here? Disconnected. Just disconnected. You can't do anything about it though. What are you gonna do? Here we go. I'm sure we're missing a lot of action though. Logging right back in though. Logging right back in. Here we go. We're gonna make it active. We're gonna make it live. Here we go. Looks like we're live. We're live. There we go. We're back online. We're back online. Just a small setback. Just a small setback indeed. Let's put the working tag back on. And we're going back in. We're going back into the fight. We're going back into the fight at hand. Here we go. Let's turn the nicknames back on so we can see who we're dealing with over here. We got Mr. Baby Close and Walk, Mr. Baby Close and Walk, Fruit by the Foot, Mr. Fruit by the Foot, and the 10-man. The 10-man over here, Mr. M with the munchy mouth, all hanging out here in the base. In the base over here with the Neo Zone. Night PR Fire just coming in, just blasting through everybody. You gotta love it. Here comes Mr. Pool Toy. Mr. Pool. I thought I seen Mr. Pool Toy. Where's he at? Here we go. Wing's most promising member though, Mr. Angel over here, just taking people out. Look at all the last time I seen this many people, folks. Last time I seen this many people in a line. Look at all these wing members. Last time I seen this many people, Moses was involved. And here we go, Mr. M with the munchy mouth, just hanging out over here. This is typical for Wing. Mr. Fruit by the Foot up here in the healing room. In the healing room, Mr. Fruit by the Foot breaking down the door. Here goes Mr. Night PR Fire going into the break room along with Mr. Angel, again Wing's most promising member. Mr. Paco PK, Mr. Fruit by the Foot, just hanging out over here, hanging out. Cookie Monster with a ducky on top of her head, just chilling. Here's W Dog, just rushing over here. Mr. G, Mrs. G, I'm terribly sorry, Miss Kelsey Wyclef, just hanging out, busting the door down. Mr. Siege over here, coming from the right, laying down the floor, pulling the sniper out, going against Mr. Can he get up in time? Snoop, of course, taking the bullet to Mr. Buzz Aldridge over there, taking the bullet for Siege. And here we go. Siege, of course, very vulnerable here as he's on the floor. There of that Neo Zone base. Here comes Charlie the Mugger. Mr. Casper, the friendly ghost himself, just coming on out of nowhere. You gotta love the Mugger over here. Charlie the Mugger, just hanging out, Little Red GPN, Little Red just coming in, trying to get some cookies from grandmother's house there as she's falling down on the floor at the hands of none other than Mr. Night PR Fire there with those intimidating eyes. You gotta love it, folks. You just gotta love it. Here comes Mr. Pope, Mr. Scandal coming in from the right side, getting pummeled by Mr. M with the munchy mouth. Mr. M with the munchy mouth, just making quick work over here. Mush mouth, just hanging out. Here comes Night PR Fire. Who is he attacking over here? Attacking people from the left side. Mr. Pine of GPN, the leader, Mr. Pine, falling down on the floor. Here's W Dog just breaking the door down over here and falling to his imminent doom. Yeah, you just gotta love it. Here it goes, and Miss Loca, just Cookie Monster, just falling down on the floor as well at the hands of somebody over here. Just stirring them up like a couple of like they're making an egg omelet over here. Mr. Siege just making an egg omelet here and throwing wing members in there along with it. Here we go, the mugger right now cleaning the window here as Mr. Fruit by the Foot tries sniping him through the window. Here comes Siege also trying to snipe him from the window. This does not look good for Mr. Mugger. Mugger over here cleaning the window, just trying to be a good civilian, trying to be a good Samaritan as he's cleaning the window here of the wing base. You know, you gotta love it though, Mr. Mugger. Here we got a little standoff. Mr. M with the munchy mouth going against Buzz Aldridge. Buzz Aldridge, of course, taking him out. Here we go. We got Fruit by the Foot going against Buzz Aldridge. Fruit by the Foot. This could be anybody's game. Fruit by the Foot, of course. Buzz Aldridge with the shield, and Fruit by the Foot, the winner. And here we go. We got an excuse by Mr. Buzz Aldridge talking about the lag. You know, everybody knows that this server right now not on its A game. Definitely not. Here comes Siege over here going with the sniper here. Game over, telling him it's game over for you as well. Here we go, Mr. M with the munchy mouth. We got Mush Mouth over here, just drilling down Cookie Monster, Here comes the dagger. This is definitely a great fight, a great battle that we got the opportunity to witness here. Cookie Monster, of course, look at that menacing smile on her face, just the most menacing smile that you ever did see. I don't believe I've ever seen so many smiles in all of my life. Look at that girl, just look at her go. Here we go, Koozie the Thimble, just knocking people down. Charlie the Mugger falling down the floor. And we got Kelsey Wyclef just chilling out there. There's a lot of action, a lot of stuff going on right now over here in this Neo Zone base. Yeah, we got Wing against GPN. They're just mixed all over the place right now. Here comes Angel, Wing's most promising member, going up here to the healing room, knowing he needs some heals there with that KSG shotgun. Not doing him a whole lot of good, evidently. Here comes Fruit by the Foot, but Fruit by the Foot going to be very disappointed as he comes in here. Notice there's no heals. Got to use the bed there, Mr. Fruit by the Foot. Cookie Monster taking the bud parallel to him. Here we go, Mr. Pear. Here goes that Mr. Pooltoy over there. Mr. Pooltoy blowing the door up. Mr. Pooltoy going through, trying to get some heals, grabbing one of them. That's all he could get. Here comes Charlie the Mugger. Charlie the Mugger just chilling out, hanging on by a tooth. Somebody's going to come over there and yank that tooth out, and that's going to be none other than Adriana Tetris of Hooded. Just taking everybody out, cleaning up the mess. Somebody get that girl a Swiffer sweeper, because she's just taking it up, just cleaning it up, lifting it up, dirt, grease, and any kind of grime that's there on the floor. And here she goes, just going on, continuing through the back. Look at that determination on her face. You just gotta love, you gotta appreciate it. Taking out the Pope. Here comes AR GPN. This girl's just wild. This girl, where did she come from? You gotta wonder. As Mrs. Cookie Monster trying to take it out, trying to get some girl on girl action, going against the Tetris over here. Miss Adriana Texas just taking people out left and right, still holding her own. Here's Mr. M with the munchy mouth coming on in. Wing member Mr. Night PR Fire. Mr. Night PR Fire just pressuring Mr. Heartless over here. Mr. M with the munchy mouth, the Tin Man. Heartless, munchy mouth. Here we go. There's GPN Savage over here. Who are they attacking, you wonder? Just playing an advanced game of peekaboo over here with the most promising wing member, Angel over here with the wings on top of his head. Wing's most promising member right there, Mr. Angel, the most dedicated member I've ever seen in the Wing Gang. Here we go, Mr. Keyblade. Mr. Keyblade, evidently a fan of the Kingdom Hearts series. Keyblade just hanging out over here. Mr. Kingblade just falling down over here. And we got Buzz Aldrich. Buzz Aldrich trying to make a sneak attack over here. I already just slapping the boy down, just slapping him down. Somebody wet that boy's bottom and just slap him. That's what Aority's doing. Here we go, Miss Kelsey Wyclef coming in from the bottom, and Charlie the Mugger being taken out. Aori being taken out. Here we go. This could be it. Kelsey Wyclef just taking over the right side, getting surrounded here by the Tin Man, Mushmouth, and Game Over. Mr. Game Over, of course, going into the break room, grabbing a heel and taking out Kelsey Wyclef. Here we go, Mr. Fruit by the Foot himself. Fruit by the Foot just walking out, trying to hold. Look at him. He's Fruit by the Foot, ruthless, just absolutely ruthless. You know, there's some people that can go through a neighborhood and every dog in that neighborhood's gonna bark at him, but not Mr. Fruit by the Foot. Mr. Fruit by the Foot over here, ruthless as he's just drilling through GPN members, just drilling through them. Here he goes, making a quick move and taking out Pine. There you go. You gotta love it. You just gotta love it, folks. Here comes Dagger over here with a katana. Evidently, he's confused. We got a little bit of identity theft over here going on as Mr. Dagger was wielding a katana. Here he goes, going in, busting through the door and running into none other than Mr. Fruit by the Foot, taking him out as well, just in time to grab some heals. Night PR Fire, of course, going out to Ghost M4. Look at those menacing eyes, Mr. Night PR Fire. You don't want to mess with that guy. You look into those eyes, you see death. That's all you see when you look at this fella. Here we go, Mr. Mushmouth, the Tin Man. Busting down. Look at that. He's got an umbrella, just taking that door down with ease with that umbrella. Here we go, down here at the bottom. What do we got going on? Mr. GPN coming down here. You know, here comes once again, here goes Mr. Courageous, Fruit by the Foot, Paco PK, just taking everybody out, taking names. Here we goes. And Wing's most promising member over here, Angel over here with the wings on top of his head, going into the break room, realizing that there is no heals there, walking right back out with the KSG shotgun. And here we go, coming down at the bottom, coming out Joshua from let's pronounce this name properly here, Los Indispensables, just hanging out from the back, getting knocked down there at the door, going up the stairs. Sorry, fella, you just can't do it here, Mr. Invincibilities. Here we go, Cookie Monster. Look at that menacing face on that girl. Look at her menacing face. You just gotta love it. Is she looking for a date? Because I'm sure that some young man out here is sticking around for her. Here we go, Mr. Night PR Fire, playing peekaboo over here with members of his own gang. Mr. Night PR Fire, you look into those eyes. Yeah, you know, how would you like to be a baby, look behind the cloth and see Mr. Night PR Fire with those menacing eyes? Oh, it just cringes me to think of the thought. And here we go, down here at the bottom. What do we got? Anybody coming up from the elevator? It's none other than Mr. Pooltoy. Mr. Pooltoy just chilling out over here. Not really feeling the Pooltoy right now. Here it goes, just making circles around Mr. Aurority, not standing a chance. Did you miss me? He says. Did you miss me? Just coming down, taking out Mr. Pooltoy on the floor by the hand of Mr. Aority. Here we go, Mr. Mushmouth Heartless. Mushmouth the Tin Man Heartless, just chilling out over here, trying to isolate the whole area there with a ship gun, borrowing Noah's Ark's gun, just chilling out over there. And here we go. Miss Adriana Tetris, member of Hooded. Remember the damage that she did earlier, and she just the Intimidator right now. That definitely a force to be reckoned with there, as she proved herself. Here we go, Mr. GPN there, just hanging out, just cleaning the window there with the ship gun, just cleaning it out. As who's pressuring him out? Miss none other than W Dog. This is a good place to be for Mr. W Dog. He can pick off some kills left and right there, or he could get killed. He's also very vulnerable down here as he's hanging out here in the peekaboo area. GPN not feeling it, gonna play peekaboo with him, knock him down. There you go. Surprise! You're not gonna live through this one. Here we go. Miss Cookie Monster. Here goes Siege and Keyblade, Mr. Roxas himself, just chilling out over here. Evidently, once again, a fan of the Kingdom Hearts series. And here we go, Mr. Zuri. Well, what a name. Let's pronounce that together. Zuria, Zurlo, Zuri, Zek, Zurus. You gotta love that fella. You gotta love somebody with such a creative name. You know, does it expand every time he logs on? You just don't know. Maybe he adds another word with a Z in it, with an X. Here we go. I already, of course, fallen on the floor here. We got Snoop, we got Pine over here, just chilling out here, just isolating the whole area. We got Mr. Rice over here with the B stick over here from the gang Uranus. Another trying to take over the role of Mr. Pool Toy, of course. We got Buzz Aldrich over here chilling out, and GPN taking over the base, of course. That's of course why Buzz Aldrich and Pine just here isolating the whole hallway here. Miss Cookie Monster again with the menacing face. I wish I could zoom in on that. If you could, I would pause the screen right now. Just look at her face. Just look at that face, that menacing face. And she's falling down the floor right there behind the door, so you can't see the face. I'm sorry, folks. Gonna have to wait till she comes back, and she certainly will. Here we go, Mr. Aurora just coming in from the back, going into the office room, going into the office just in time to get some heals that he needs. Here he goes. Now he's going to take a step out. Let's see how he's going to continue his day here. Here he goes, going against Mushmouth. Mushmouth, of course, over here just taking out somebody. He's chasing somebody. That's a man on a mission if I ever did see one. Night PR Fire coming in from the back. With the Ghost M4, going against Mr. Rice D and the gang Uranus, taking him out. What an economic crisis. Somebody take him out. Somebody whip that kid's wallet out. Here we go, Mr. Angel once again, Wing's most dedicated member, getting blown up, getting the pool toy treatment there by Mr. Pool Toy himself down here at the bottom. And here we go, Mr. Buzz Aldrich. Again, hanging out there with the bar. You gotta love the fella. You just gotta love the kind of dedication that he's given to the gang right now. There he goes. Look at Mr. Buzz Aldrich. Just helping the cause here to isolate this whole hallway. This hallway down here at the bottom. Here's Mushmouth grabbing the window and falling down on the floor at the hand of none other than Mr. Rice D and party Uranus. Here he goes, Mr. AR coming in down with the spray and pray there that the P2Ks offer. Just spraying and praying there, trying to take somebody out. Doesn't even know who he's attacking there as he's spraying and praying. And he's falling on the floor. Mr. Siege looks like he fell at the hands of none other than Night PR Fire there. Mr. Menacing Eyes, Night PR Fire. And Mr. Tack of the Killer Tomatoes falling down on the floor there right before he gets to enter the door there down here at the hands of Mr. Hood v Misa. Hood v Misa over here, and they already fallen on the floor there. Mr. Charlie Mug just eyeballing everybody, just eyeballing the whole world. You don't want to go against a fellow like Charlie the Mugger. Look at him, just blowing through everybody, just blowing through him. And here he goes, Mr. Keyblade himself, man. Here goes, Mr. Charlie the Mugger over here. Where is the action at? It looks like GPN once again just taking over, GPN taking over the whole base. Here we go, Mr. Fruit by the Foot though, busting the door down. Look at that, just shooting through, just taking out Mr. P, taking him out. Yeah, you know, that's a fellow that had a lot of faith there in the door, but Mr. Fruit by the Foot showing him what's war. Here we go, Uranus, a surprise visit from Uranus. I don't think I've ever seen such a surprise. There, Miss Little Red coming from Uranus. Where did she come from? Here we go, got any wing members over here? Anybody threatening him? Mr. Pool Toy himself, just isolating the area as Mr. Game Over comes on in, just, oh, what is he doing? Getting blown up by none other than Mr. Pool Toy. There we go. You don't need a door stopper when you got to blow up somebody like that. Just put an arm there on the floor. That'll stop the door. And here we go, the dagger, the Mr. Identity Crisis, Mr. over here, Identity Theft, Mr. Identity Theft over here looking for a heal, not finding it, waiting for it to respawn. What a patient young man, what a patient young man, just waiting there for those heals to respawn there next to the trash can. Still looking at himself, maybe he's waiting a telephone call. You just don't know anymore. You just don't know. Just sitting there, just hanging out as Charlie the Mugger isolates the area for him. Little Red of Uranus, of course. Here he goes, trying to shoot through the wall, Here it goes, and those heals, much anticipated here for Mr. Dagger, Mr. Identity Crisis himself. And here comes Uranus over here trying to isolate the area. Angel, Wing's most responsible member, just chilling out, just trying to go in with the KSG shotgun. Here he goes. Let's see what kind of damage he can do with that KSG shotgun. Taking out Mr. Rice, Uranus, and Mr. Keyblade. Here comes Sylvie coming from the right side, with glass on the top of his head. Here he goes, just hanging on by a sliver. Let's see how long he can last here. Here comes Mushmouth coming in from the top. Sylvia feeling pretty good about himself. Just ready to go in there. He's got a strand of HP left, and he's ready to just go in. Look at that. Guns a-blazing. You got to appreciate this guy. You really got to. Here comes Mushmouth, though, coming from the right side. Coming from the right side is Mr. Mushmouth. Mr. Mushmouth just chilling out. Look at Mr. Siege. You don't want to get cross with Mr. Siege there. Mushmouth just grabbing the door. Was he trying to reload, or was he just stuck, or was he just taunting? I think that's a taunt there by Mr. Mushmouth. Here we go, going against Siege. Siege taking a hit. Switching to the Ghost M4. Switching goes, he feels much more important there. Wearing the Ghost M4. Taking it, switching sides there. Mr. Siege, of course, switching sides. Mushmouth over here with the Ghost M4. Running away, trying to get a heal. Getting advantage, taking advantage of the heal. Grabbing the wall as a taunt. And there he goes, taking advantage of a heal. Both of them, takes them both. Here we go, Mr. Sniper, though, shooting through the wall. You do not want to go right up to that wall there. Here we go. Yeah, I haven't seen a fight like this in a long time. Let's see the two of them. Here we go. This is an advanced peekaboo battle. Here we go. Got a facepalm there by Mr. Mushmouth. Siege feeling very good about himself right now. Let's go over here, see what the fight is. The fight over here. Let's go see at the base. Here we go. None other than Mr. Fruit by the Foot over here, just coming on down with a cold as he's attacking somebody down here, isolating the area, not attacking anybody. Who's this fella attacking? Oh, never mind. He's just isolating the area. It looks like Wing has taken over the base. Wing, of course, taking over the base as this fight was going on over here between Mushmouth. Looks like Mushmouth was definitely the distraction here. Here comes Wing's most promising member, just chilling out there. Here goes Red from Uranus, attacking the most promising member. You know, talk about a threat against the gang. You attack a guy like that, a guy with that much dedication. You know that's a lot of stones. Here she goes. Here it goes, running away, attacking the most glorious picture I ever did see in my life. There it is, broken on the floor, and there she goes, going into here it goes, Night PR Fire playing an old-fashioned game of peekaboo. Here he goes, just hanging out. He doesn't even know what he's seeing at this point in time. Can he even see behind that wall there when he's staring at the doorway? You just don't know. Standing at the doorway, taking somebody out, and Night PR Fire, of course, falling on the floor. Here comes Nicholas coming up from the back with the St. Patty's Day hat, just attacking everybody. And Uranus once again becoming resourceful here as they're utilizing this healing room. Here goes Mr. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes coming in, taking out one, taking out two. Let's see what he does. Can he take out the third one? Little Red, of course, getting taken out, of course, by Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, taking them all out. You know, this fella right here taking names, of course. He's got a hit list, this fella. And Mushmouth coming in from the top with the purple bar, Mr. Mushmouth himself. Let's see what kind of damage you do as Mushmouth. Here goes Mushmouth, of course, having an internet crisis right now, getting frozen, of course. And you got Mr. Is that Fruit by the Foot, just coming on down. Fruit by the Foot. Is that Mr. Pooltoy, of course? Pooltoy, of course, going up, and there he goes. That's not Pooltoy, that's Pooltoy 2.0. Mr. Rice D of the gang Uranus. Here we go. In the break room, of course, is Wing's most promising member, Mr. Angel over there. Got the wings on top of his head. That's how he earned the title. Here we go, Mr. Charlie Mug, just coming on down. We got another satisfied customer over here, Mr. P and GPN. Another satisfied customer indeed. There he is, getting shot up. Yeah, you know, with that kind of resourcefulness, just falling down on the floor. I hope that was important, what you had to type there, Mr. Satisfied Customer. Here we go, Mr. Keyblade, just hanging out over here, just trying to take out over here, Fruit by the Foot, hanging on by a thread, There he goes, coming on down, trying to isolate the area there, taking out Keyblade, trying to take Mr. Night PR Fire. Yeah, there he goes, coming in with the Ghost M4, going into the break room, taking a heal and walking back out. Mr. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes over here, just moving on in, going back to the break room. Nothing to have here, Mr. Break Room. There he goes, Wing's most dedicated member, just chilling out over here, just chilling out. Here comes Angel coming on by to spectate. And Attack of the Killer Tomatoes just sitting here in the circle. Here goes Mr. Snoop. Buzz Aldrich just chilling out over here, isolating the area there, isolating the area indeed. Here we go, Kelsey Wyclef coming in for the win, taking out somebody from GPN. Here we go. This Miss Luca Cookie Monster here, the girl with the menacing face. There she is, just falling down at the floor at the hands of Mr. Buzz Aldrich. Here we go, Mr. Pine coming on in. Pine coming in with the ship guy. You would think that fella's in the middle of a spar right now, the way he's moving. Here he goes, Mr. Pine, of course, Holy Pope coming on in, switching the fire mode there just in time. Let's see what kind of damage he can do there, Mr. Scandal himself. Here go Night PR Fire, of course, falling at the hands of Mr. Scandal, and here he goes, Fruit by the Foot, just isolating the area there with the bar. Here we go. Mr. Buzz Aldrich trying to make a quick move, coming at him from the back. He thinks he's look at this. It's actually working. It's actually working for Mr. Buzz Aldrich there. Prime T just running back to the break room to heal. Running back, just taking a break there. Buzz Aldrich, of course, taking out. This could be it right here for GPN. GPN taking the base, and there we go. GPN takes it over. There we go. Meph, ha. Here he goes. Got Mr. Satisfied Customer over here, just chilling out, just laughing it up, Mr. Satisfied Customer, as Night PR Fire comes on in. Look at him. I hope he's typing a good name. Typing a good name there. Mr. Pine just chilling out there. There we go. Mr. Pine getting confused. Here we go. Night PR Fire being taken out. There's Buzz Aldrich coming from the back on the live stream. That's right. We got a lot of listeners here. Mr. Satisfied Customer. They're having a conversation with Mr. Fine. Mr. Pine, I think I might be butchering the fella's name. We're gonna have to correct that. Gonna have Mr. Pine have to come on in here and give me the correct pronunciation of his name. Here we go, of course, Wing's most dedicated member here, Mr. Angel, coming in with the KSG shotgun. And he's going on. What kind of damage can you do with that thing? What kind of damage? We're going to find out here. Mr. Wing, of course, backing up, going for the heal. It doesn't look like that shield's doing him too good. If the shield was really doing him a favor, he wouldn't need a heal. But here he goes, Mr. dedicated member Angel over here, Mr. Wing on top of his head, just chilling out. Here we go, Mr. Hood Misawa, and another Satisfied Customer, just chilling out over here, isolating the area there with Mr. Hood Misawa. Yeah, you gotta love it. Here we go. This is a regular Mexican standoff here with all four of these fellas over here. Here we go, Mr. AR GPN coming on in with the P2Ks blazing there, trying to get a Windex style going on. And here we go. What do we got over here? Mr. Nicholas, member of Winged. Siege member, going on with the sniper. Is he gonna lay on the floor again? You just gotta wonder. Here he goes. He's going against Mr. Angel here. Again, Wing's most dedicated member here. It doesn't look too good for Winged. It really doesn't. Doesn't look too good for Mr. Angel here as he's going out. And Siege gets taken out. Laying on the floor anyway, this time without a sniper in hand. Laying on the floor at the hands of Mr. Angel. Here we go, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, just chilling out. Mr. Illusions over here, member of Noxus, saying hello, giving his farewells as he's falling down on the floor. Mr. Illusions, yes, we see ya over there, buddy. Mr. Bitsam, Hayabusa coming in, just causing all kinds of havoc. Mr. Hayabusa, just chilling out. Whose side is he on? He's just coming in here just to stir up some trouble, stirring up some trouble. Mr. Bitsam going against this fella. He must not be a fan of St. Patty's Day here, targeting the fella over there with the St. Patty's Day hat. Yeah, gotta love it. Here goes Mr. Bitsam, just hanging out, just attacking people. The girl with the menacing face gone at the hands of Bitsam. Bitsam just taking him out, going again with some kind of vendetta against St. Patty's Day. What is it, Mr. Bitsam? What is it for you to be attacking his just targeting the poor guy? Here we go, Pope down, Mr. Scandal down, and Attack of the Killer Tomatoes down. Everybody's just falling at the hands there. Miss Adriana Tetris falling for just a trail of death just seems to be following this young lady. And there she goes, falling herself. Way to call it. Here we go though. Mr. Angel, there, of course, Wing's most respectable member there, attacking Mr. Bitsam. Mr. Bitsam, of course, just picking on people with green clothes on. Here he goes. Let's see who he attacks here. Mr. Bitsam going after people with green clothes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to call this. I've never seen somebody with such a grudge against a color. Mr. Bitsam, of course, attacking people with green clothes, green names. Here he comes, Mr. Nicholas. You see a bull. Look, a bull generally charges at the color red, not Mr. Bitsam. Mr. Bitsam, of course, charging at the color green there as he's attacking somebody down here. Mr. Illusions over here, GPN, rocking the steampunk pistol there, saying hello. Nice live stream. Thank you, fellas. Here we go, Charlie the Mugger moving on through. Here comes Buzz Aldrich going after Bitsam. Bitsam, of course, strafing backwards and attacking people. And, he's not wearing the color green, but that's just good enough for Bitsam. Here goes Mr. Bitsam. Of course, man of honor over here, just taking people out, taking advantage of that heel, and there he goes, going on through. Mr. Bitsam doing all kinds of work, Here comes Wing's most dedicated member coming up behind Bitsam, trying to get a bite of that, trying to just take a bite out of his behind. And here he is, Mr. Angel, just taking people out. Bitsam, of course, causing all kinds of havoc. Let's go back to the fight at hand, paying much attention to Mr. Bitsam. Mr. Bitsam over here would go wild if he's seen this ring over here. It's a green ring. He would, Mr. Bitsam definitely would be going wild. Here go Charlie the Mugger. Charlie the Mugger, of course, isolating the area down here. Charlie the Mugger and Mr. Pooltoy. Mr. Pooltoy chilling out over here, attacking Mr. Pine. Pine over here, leader of GPN, just going on in with the ship, going all out. Sean, of course, our most dedicated member, our most satisfied customer, Mr. Sean, just typing up a storm over here. Just typing up a storm. Here we go. Charlie the Mugger. Charlie the Mugger, of course, getting the heads up there of the live stream, getting a blow by blow. Mr. Sean, the most satisfied customer I ever did see over there, talking to Charlie Mugger. Charlie Mugger. Here we go. We got Mr. Illusion over here, just chilling out here, cleaning the windows there on favor of Mr. GPN. Here we go. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes on the floor of Mr. Tomato himself. Here we go. Pine going for the hill over here, and we got Siege of GPN over here. Now looks like he traded in the sniper over here. Oh, and look, Mr. Bitsam still going against the most dedicated member of Winged. Here we go with the winged hat. It looks like they're just trading, going for the heels. It's a matter of who can get the heels first in this battle over here. Mr. GPN over here, with Mr. Siege over here getting the P2Ks. It looks like he threw that sniper on the ground, never using that one again. Here we go, Mr. Identity Crisis, Dagger and GPN. Just hanging out over here. Mr. Identity Crisis himself had a katana. Now his name is Dagger. You just got to be confused when you see this guy. And Sean once again, Sean over there, the most satisfied customer I ever did see, going on in with the Shipka, helping Keyblade and Rice just isolate that area, just isolate the hallway there. As Mr. Hood Misawa is playing peekaboo. This fellow over here playing peekaboo, Mr. Hood Misawa, just playing peekaboo. Pine over here showing Guild Wing. Let's see how many of those fellas there are. There's usually 600,000 of those guys. I don't see a single one here. This is their home base allegedly right now. Nicholas just coming on in, getting blown up by Mr. Pooltoy, but he took out Charlie the Mugger. Charlie the Mugger down on the floor. Here we go. Let's do this. Let's do a show Guild Wing. Let's see. There's usually 6,000 of these guys. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 of them, and none of them wanting to come on in and take out GPN. GPN, of course, making a mockery of Winged. Now, of course, there is the number count over here, but usually this is Winged. Usually Winged is the one with the members on their side. We got Mr. Pooltoy over here isolating this here garage door. We got 1. Let's give a member count here. We got 1, we got 2, we got 3, we got 4, we got 5, we got 6, we got Hood Misawa, we got 7, we got 8, we got 9, we got Bitsam over here going against 9 GPN, 10. Mr. Buzz Aldrich over here, Snoop. Buzz Aldrich, here comes Angel, of course, Wing's most dedicated member, falling very quickly. Did he even make it past the welcome rug as he just fell on the floor? Charlie the Mugger coming on in with an M4, and Mr. Keyblade, member of GPN. Bitsam, of course, just causing all kinds of trouble indeed. Mr. Dagger asking for a friend request here. Identity Crisis man himself. There we go. I'm going to add him to the friends request just because that's what I do. That's the kind of thing we do. Mr. Night PR Fire coming on in with the Ghost M4, going across the top. You got to love this guy. You got to love him. Yeah, the kind of stones you got to have to be walking into this base with 6,000 GPN members here. But you know, this is usually Winged. This is a flip side for Winged. Winged's not in their comfort zone right now. I would wager they probably just said screw it. Probably went to another base. Here we go. Let's look. Let's see. Where are they at? We got the red snipers over here. I'm not seeing Winged. I'm not at all. Looks like they must be doing some kind of event together. Probably just chilling out in the gang house, because they certainly are not inside this house over here. Here we go. Somebody call him Bitsam a show pony. You know, you really want to show that. You really want to get Bitsam mad. You just wear the color green in front of him. Mr. Bitsam not liking the color green. I've seen this guy. You see a bull charge somebody that's red. That's Mr. Bitsam when he sees the color green. You just don't want to see it. You don't want to see it. Not something you want to see at all. Here we go though. Charlie the Mugger. Where's Charlie the Mugger? You know, my most satisfied customer over here, Mr. Sean, talking about Charlie the Mugger, and I don't see him anywhere in sight. I just don't see him. Where's he at? Where are you at, Charlie the Mugger? Somebody over here though, Shadow Killer, just hanging out in the break room. Over here. GPN 4K over here. GPN looks like it's some kind of celebration over here. And we got Leader over here, Leader GPN, Wing's most satisfied member, most luxurious. Yeah, you know, this guy right here, Mr. Luxury himself, Angel, a member of Winged. Here we go. Night PR Fire going for the heel, going for the heel. Gonna make a very bold move here. Gonna make a very bold move going against Mr. Identity Crisis as he's shooting through that wall there with the sniper. Mr. Identity, Charlie the Mugger coming in from the bottom. Charlie the Mugger just coming in from the bottom there. With that M4, there he goes, Charlie the Mugger. Charlie Mugger walking through the door, just reloading. Mr. Charlie the Mugger. Here we go, Snoop. Mr. Buzz Aldrich changing his outfit indeed. Mr. Charlie the Mugger getting pointed out by Siege. Getting pointed out over there by Mr. Siege, Charlie the Mugger. Charlie Mugger, ladies and gentlemen. Hood Misawa just hanging out over here, playing peekaboo, cleaning the windows. You know, what do you got to do to clean the windows? How do you mess up in the game GPN that somebody directs you to go over here and clean the windows? That's what Mr. Hood Misawa's having to do right now. Over here, just clean the windows up, Over here, we got a pretty good fight over here. Mr. Illusions going against Night PR Fire. Night PR Fire, it's another fight for the heals. Another fight for the heals indeed. Night PR Fire taking a hit, going for the heal, just getting instantly healed there as he's rushing with the Ghost M4, there, and getting looks like Illusions gonna get some backup here from Mr. Hood Misawa. No, he's not. Too busy cleaning the windows over there. Mr. Hood Wasando, the window cleaner. Hood Wasawa. They're going to be known as the window cleaner from this point on. Oh, Night PR Fire could really use the heal, but here comes Mr. Illusions laughing it off as he takes Mr. Night PR Fire out for dinner. And here we go, Mr. Hood Misawa falling on the floor there. Yeah, you know, you just gotta love it. The window cleaner now on the floor. Mr. Hood Misawa, the window cleaner, now on the floor. Let's see him come back. Probably cleaning some windows over there in the heal room. Now what do we got over here, Miss Kelsey? Kelsey over here. Wings definitely having a bad time there, Mr. Shadow Killer. Wings having a very bad day indeed. You know, there's usually 6,000 Wing members. I think there's only about 6 on right now. Definitely a game changer there for Winged. Here we go. We got 1. Let's do a head count. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, including Mr. Night PR Fire, the hired hit there in member Wing, and they're still not doing a thing, not wanting to come over here and test GPN. GPN just dancing all over their home base. This is the home base of GPN right now, and you know, Winged of course, nowhere to be seen, nowhere to be found. Charlie the Mugger just shooting at nobody right now. There's Sim Fisher over here once again making an appearance here on the side of Winged. And here's the Cookie Monster there. Look at that menacing face. Look at that menacing. When she looks down, if you could just pause your screen, if you're watching the feed right now, you really want to see, you really want to get scared. You want to have a nightmare tonight. Look at that girl's face when she looks down. You just got to be afraid. Look at that smile. Looks like she just had a couple of gumdrops there in her mouth. Yeah, just threw a banana in the mouth there of Cookie Monster Luca. Here comes Bitsam though, evidently on an Android device there. Wearing the Android hat, going on in there with the P2Ks sprayed away, Windex style, pray and spraying it. Just Mr. Bitsam just coming on in. Luca the Mugger just being taken out to dinner. Here she goes. Mr. Illusion's laughing at him. Here we go, Mr. Bitsam hanging on by a thread, busting down the most gorgeous door I ever did see. And there he goes. Bitsam just taken down, just going on in, evidently on an Android device here as he's going back with the P2Ks. Here it goes, going against Azora Ren, you know, Azora Ren not getting any backup here. Kelsey Wyclef, though, noticing that Mr. Bitsam here in the territory of GPN and going after him. Mr. Bitsam, of course, wearing the P2Ks on his hands. Yeah, you know, you just gotta love it. You gotta love Mr. Bitsam over here, the kind of dedication he's putting towards his job right now as he's going and getting ganked there. Mr. Bitsam on the floor, the dedication for this man. You gotta love it. Here goes Snoop, of course, talking some smack, trying to talk some smack there. Mr. Buzz Aldrich himself, back into the Buzz Aldrich outfit. Here comes Night PR Fire over here, another dedicated staff member, just going on in with the Ghost M4, going against 600,000 GPN members. Oh, there he is, taking out Mr. Illusions. What? Well, look at the look on Mr. Night PR Fire's face. Those eyes, those menacing eyes there. Just look at Mr. Night PR Fire taking out the fella that just took him out. You gotta love it. You gotta be so excited right now for Mr. Night PR Fire. Of course, going against Economic Crisis over here, Rice D of Uranus. Here it goes. Here goes Mr. Overload. Here he goes, Charlie the Mugger. Just pressuring Night PR Fire there with the PvP auto PvP shotgun. Sorry, the PvP shotgun. I'm just downright terrified here of Charlie the Mugger. I'm just downright terrified. I don't even know what gun the fella's holding. Here looks like Mr. Pooltoy, of course, making an appearance. Where's Mr. Pooltoy? Here goes Sam Fisher, Mr. Pooltoy himself, just hanging out here over here by the soda machines. Here we go. We got Charlie the Mugger. Charlie the Mugger, though, still pressuring that area there with the PvP shotgun. Here we go, Mr. Illusions, trying to get some revenge. This is an old school rivalry if I ever did see one. Mr. Night PR Fire and Mr. Illusions. Oh, Bitsam, look at this. Look at this. Yeah. This is gonna be a very difficult conversation on RC. Mr. Night PR Fire being taken out by none other than Bitsam. You want to talk about some on the job hostility? The two of these fellas. Yeah, I just don't want to see it. I'm gonna have to go AFK there when they get to talking. Here they go, Mr. Bitsam taking out Charlie the Mugger, just going against Charlie. You gotta have some stones to go against Charlie the Mugger. You really do. You really gotta have some stones. Mr. Bitsam, of course, taking Illusions out there and still running away. Mr. Bitsam, you would think that this man just stole a pack of bubblegum the way he's getting away. Going over there, going for the heels, oh, look at Night PR Fire, Mr. Grudge himself. Night PR Fire, the Grudge right now. Night PR Fire taking out Dagger, taking out Mr. Identity Crisis over there. Mr. Identity Crisis, of course, going for the heels. Bitsam over here playing an inverted game of peekaboo. Bitsam over here. Bitsam, Mr. Illusions just trying to get some revenge on Mr. Hayabusa there. Bitsam, and he does. There he goes. Mr. Illusions taking him out there. Straight jacket, Mr. Illusions taking out Bitsam for dinner. Go on, let's go on to Applebee's. He says, I'm gonna buy you something. Gonna buy you a pack of gum. I'll show you how to chew it. And of course, there's Mr. Night PR Fire going on for the right. Mr. Night PR Fire, and going for some heals. You know, he really needs some heals. Yeah, this fellow right here, Mr. Night PR Fire, Mr. Grudge himself. Here he goes, getting sandwiched. Just somebody, look at that. You got Charlie the Mugger from the bottom. You got Illusions from the left. They just turned Mr. Night PR Fire into some graph paper. Just turn him into graph paper. Siege can say something about him, but he's laying on the floor, laying on the job there, Mr. Siege. Evidently, somebody just slipped some NyQuil into that man's water bottle. There, he's on the floor. As Mr. Bitsam just comes on in. Takes advantage of this NyQuil, takes advantage of the NyQuil there that Mr. Siege apparently just overdosed on as he's falling on the floor. Mr. Bitsam coming on in. Charlie the Mugger switching guns. Does not know what gun he wants to use. First he's using the PvP shotgun, then he's switching to the M4. You just don't know with Charlie the Mugger. You don't want to know. And Charlie the Mugger getting mugged evidently by Bitsam as 6 GPN members just chase Bitsam down. You would think this fella stole a pack of bubblegum from none other than Charlie the Mugger. Charlie the Mugger getting upset, really aggressive over here. If I seen this fella show up in my trick-or-treat window, I would pretend that I'm just not home if I seen Charlie the Mugger. I wouldn't want to deal with this fella. Not on any day. Not on Halloween. Never. Charlie the Mugger, the most intimidating fella you ever did see. And here we go, Mr. Bitsam. Where Mr. Bitsam? Mr. Siege just pulling the P2Ks out of his pocket, just pulling them out, switching to the sniper. Here we go, Mr. Aurora asking me if I feel thirsty. I could really go for a glass of water right now, but you know what? This battle just so intense. Mr. Pool Toy Sam Fisher himself coming on in. Look at that. Look at Mr. Sam Fisher coming out, taking out Wing's most promising member. Taking out Shadow Killer, takes out Wing's most illustrious member over there, wearing the wings on top of his head. You know, you just gotta love it. Charlie the Mugger, of course. Look at Charlie the Mugger. I just don't know what I'd say if I seen Charlie the Mugger in a dark alley. I think I would just throw my wallet at him and say, "Don't touch me." There goes Charlie the Mugger, of course. Charlie the Mugger over here typing some kind of inquiry, showing the guild wing. Charlie the Mugger trying to size up his opponent, trying to see who he's dealing with. We got Aurora, we got Wonder Waffle, we got let's pull that up. Let's call them all out. We got Mr. T, we got Mr. Noob, we got Angel, and we got Night PR Fire, the hired hit. Night PR Fire. Here comes Buzz Aldrich coming on in with the Suizan. Charlie the Mugger. Oh, what's going on over here? What's going on? GPN. Now, apparently everybody's just falling asleep as Mr. Scandal just comes on in. Holy Pope getting taken out by Sam Fisher, the pool man. Mr. Pool Toy himself, Sam Fisher. Looks like this pretty much just died out. GPN just tuck Wing, just put him up on the hanger, just tuck him outside and hang him up to dry. Wing members, I don't see a single one of them. The only one I see over here is Mr. Hired Hit, Night PR Fire, as he's coming on in with the Ghost M4. Oh, Charlie the Mugger falling down. Oh, Mr. Night PR Fire just taking out Charlie the Mugger. You know, you don't. I hope he doesn't sleep tonight, if I was Night PR Fire, I would not be able to sleep tonight, taking out Charlie the Mugger like that. Charlie the Mugger, the most intimidating fella I ever did meet. Oh, here he goes, taking out his order. Mr. Night PR Fire, if he was playing some Black Ops right now, he would have some kind of kill streak reward under his belt. Here it goes, Mr. Night PR Fire, just taking everybody out for dinner, just yanking some teeth out. Here it goes, but he's getting sandwiched. Sam Fisher and Buzz Aldrich just turned this fella into some graph paper. They're attacking him from all angles. Gonna need some graph paper. Let's find the coordinates here on this one as Mr. Night PR Fire falls to his doom. There we go, Charlie the Mugger. Charlie the Mugger just hanging out. Charlie the Mugger, just most intimidating fella you ever did see. You know, of all the M4 skins that he could have picked, look at that intimidating M4 skin that Charlie the Mugger has chosen. Yeah, you know, but you really couldn't expect anything else of Charlie the Mugger there as he's hanging out there with the most intimidating M4 skin, the most intimidating hat you ever did see. Coming on in, isolating the whole area there. Nobody wants to mess with Charlie the Mugger. GPN once again, here we go. Here's some action by Mr. Bitsam. Mr. Bitsam going on in. What is this fella doing? You know, you just gotta love Mr. Bitsam as he's going and just takes a surprise. You know, he's like a Jack in the Box. Mr. Bitsam, the Jack in the Box Hayabusa, just coming on in. Getting attacked by the Jack in the Box, of course, is Mr. Angel over here, Wing's most dedicated member. Getting attacked by Jack in the Box Bitsam. Jack in the Box just coming on from the bottom. Here comes Bitsam, the Jack in the Box, getting taken out by Shadow Killer. Shadow Killer taking him out and taking names. Going up top, looking for a heal. Going behind illusions. Mr. Shadow GPN, Night PR Fire over here. Looks like he's probably helping Bitsam. Looks like the two of them might have reconciled. Oh, but will he get the heals? Well, Shadow Killer taking advantage of the heals, just stealing the heals right from underneath Night PR Fire's fiery nose. There he goes, Mr. Night PR Fire just taking him out. Illusions, of course, going at him with the bar. No, Night PR Fire causing all kinds of trouble, just causing all sorts of trouble over here, all sorts of mischief. Charlie the Mugger coming up from the right side. Here's Mr. Identity Crisis himself, the Dagger. Mr. Dagger himself coming on in, attacking Night PR Fire. Night PR Fire, of course, taking out the Dagger. Here he goes. Mr. Dagger just being taken out. Oh, and here we go, Mr. Angel, Wing's most promising member. They're going on in with the Rocket Punch, coming against Night PR Fire. Here we go. Where's Bitsam the Jack in the Box? Where's that Jack in the Box? Let's go find Bitsam Jack in the Box Hayabusa. I just can't find him. I can't find Mr. Hayabusa Jack in the Box Bitsam. Here he goes though, Mr. Night PR Fire falling at the hands of none other than who let the screen load. There it is, Mr. Angel. Just getting taken out by somebody. Oh, and none other than Charlie the Mugger, ladies and gentlemen. Charlie the Mugger taking him out. Just Charlie the Mugger. Yeah, you don't want to mess with Charlie the Mugger here. Not on Halloween, not on any day. Charlie the Mugger over here got the tiger print PvP shotgun. He's gonna blend in there in the middle of the African safari there. If he comes against a tiger, Charlie the Mugger gonna blend right in. And what do we got over here? We got Mr. Sam Fisher. Sam Fisher, member of GPN, just pressure in the area and just pressure. Where's Jack in the Box at? Where's Mr. Bitsam Jack in the Box Hayabusa? I'm not seeing him. I'm just not seeing him. Here we go, Mr. Memphis Bay over here, just chilling on out. Don't mess with Charlie the Mugger. You know, I wouldn't want to mess with Charlie the Mugger over here. He's gonna blend in with some tigers. You know, some people got tiger blood. Mr. Charlie the Mugger doesn't need tiger blood. He's got a tiger. He's gonna blend in with the tigers. The tigers will fight for him. Mr. Charlie the Mugger sitting on the floor. Is that a mug? Oh, look at that, Charlie the Mugger with a mug in his hand. What a play on words by Mr. Chuggy the Mugger. Charlie the Mugger, as he's sitting down, got a mug shield. You just gotta love it. Charlie the Mugger with a mug. Here we go. This is definitely some entertainment here by Charlie the Mugger. You know, if anybody wants to put any donations in on this stream, you want to support Charlie the Mugger over here with the mug. The man, obviously with an eye for entertainment. Charlie the Mugger over here with a mug in his hand. Yeah, you just gotta love Mr. Charlie the Mugger. Here we go, Mr. Identity Crisis himself, the Dagger over here, with a katana, trying to bust the door down, not busting it down at all though. He's switching the fire mode on his. Mr. Illusions over here, Mr. Sean, the most satisfied customer here, sitting in the break room, just chilling out over here. Mr. Illusions, of course, with the hamburger on top of his head. You gotta love it. You just gotta love it. Charlie the Mugger, of course. Look at Charlie the Mugger go. Where'd Charlie Mugger? Who's he fighting over? Night PR Fire and Angel. The two of them had better. I wouldn't sleep at night if I was Mr. Night PR Fire there going against Charlie the Mugger. Yeah, you gotta love Charlie the Mugger just taking him out. Night PR Fire over here going against the leader of GPN there. It's a bar fight. You got to Ghost him for GPN. Mr. Night PR Fire just eating stuff up, just downright eating stuff up. Grief over here hosting Juggernaut. Come find him in Southridge. This might be something that I'm gonna want to stream. Hosting the Juggernaut here. It's 11:30 though. I'm gonna want to get off here in just a second. Charlie the Mugger. Where's Charlie the Mugger? You want to donate? You got to give it to Charlie the Mugger. Donate to charliethemugger.com. www.charliethemugger.com. Here he is, Mr. Charlie. Here it goes. Here it goes. What's going on? Where we got? What do we got? Somebody attack. Oh, Mr. Bitsam Jack in the Box Hayabusa just coming on in. Coming on in with an unknown shotgun. Nobody knows. Here goes Mr. Bitsam Jack in the Box Hayabusa just coming in, popping out of nowhere. Here we go. You know what the theme song is for the Jack in the Box. Mr. Jack in the Box Bitsam coming on in with the ship gun. Borrowing the gun from Noah's Ark, shooting 2 bullets at the time and going down. Jack in the Box Hayabusa going down, falling at the hands of none other than Sean, the most satisfied customer in GPN. And here we go. Somebody busting the door down. Here. Oh, Mr. Legion of Doom, Mr. Legion Frost, Fran, evidently not having a shift key there to capitalize the first letter in his name. Mr. Fran just coming on in. Mr. Fran Jester, the nanny getting taken out. There at the door there. Sorry, fella. You just can't do it, Mrs. Fran Dresser. Here we go, the nanny, Mr. Fran, there we go. Mr. Charlie the Mugger, of course, a man with an eye for entertainment. That's Charlie the Mugger over there. www.charliethemugger.com. Everybody loves Charlie the Mugger. And here we go, Mr. Shadow Killer just hanging on out over here, reading the notice over here on the door as he goes against Mr. Identity Crisis over here. Here comes the Pope, Mr. Scandal himself. Just looking at Mr. Identity Crisis. The Identity Crisis man over here, Dagger. Mr. Identity Theft just coming on out. Who's he attacking? Attacking Charlie the Mugger? No way, no how. You don't, not even for play, you don't attack Charlie the Mugger. Apparently we got a sound issue over here. What's going on? What's going on? I got a sound issue. You know, I believe it's coming on through, but I'm gonna have to go and check it out. Here it comes, Mr. Nanny Fran just coming on in. Legion of Doom. Here comes Nanny Fran just taking everybody out. Here comes Holy Pope once again complimenting the stream. www.twitch.tv/MephGrawl. Everybody just complimented up. Here we go, Mr. Identity Crisis taking over the bit, just trying to attack somebody. Oh, here we go. Mr. Bitsam Jack in the Box Hayabusa. Not going to like the hat there on Mr. Keyblade. Not going to like it at all. It's a green hat. Bitsam Jack in the Box Hayabusa. Not going to like it at all. And here we go, Mr. Swag coming from me Pusu over here with the coldest hat you ever did see. This fella right here, and you would think he's in 20-degree weather there. Attacking Mr. Illusions over there with the AK-47, coming at him point blank range. You gotta love it. Just trying to pick off some kills. You know, I really hope Mr. Hayabusa Jack in the Box Bitsam does not come in here, because, you know, I see this green hat. Mr. Hayabusa not going to like it one little bit. And we got Charlie the Mugger. Just chasing somebody down. Charlie the Mugger, of course, on the hunt there. Charlie the Mugger taking out somebody. Who is this? Mr. Dace Flex from PK Pro, showing his professional skills there as he's falling on the floor to his imminent doom. Charlie the Mugger wearing a bicycle. Look at him, just riding a bicycle here in the middle of the base. Obviously not intimidated, Mr. Charlie the Mugger. Just riding a tricycle on here through as GPN, just squishing the heck out of winged members. Just squishing them down. You know they're not gonna have any wings after this. We got a couple of wing members, and you know they're just not doing it. They're just not cutting it. I don't believe I've ever seen quite so many smiles here in my whole life here as wing members are just getting pummeled here. GPN just smiling from ear to ear. Here we go, Mr. Fran the Nanny coming on in. Here comes Fran the Nanny going on in with a shotgun, just getting surrounded. Here we go, GPN wrapping this fella up like a Christmas tree. Put him there underneath the flag. Look at that. They wrapped the present up and set it underneath their Christmas tree there. Hallelujah, they say, definitely. And Sam Fisher, member of GPN, just coming on through, the top. Here we go. Shadow Killer. Coming on through. No one here. Over here. Mr. Unknown, busting through the door, coming on in by the skin of his teeth. Here we go, being chased by Illusions there, busting out the crab dagger, getting him in the corner, going through the most beautiful door I ever did see. Here he goes, going in the bed, trying to take a snooze. Here we go, Illusions again. Illusions, the alarm clock of GPN, just waking him up, just waking the fella up. Mr. Illusions, the alarm clock, just hanging out. And here we go, Buzz Aldrich just chilling out with the Susan. Here we go, Illusions, the alarm clock. Go. Sam Fisher there. Here we go. Can we do a second base? That's the question over here by Mr. AR. Getting very bored, very mundane as Sam Fisher over here going up and down with the turkey trot. And here we go, Mr. Illusions, the alarm clock of GPN, just chilling out over here at the base. Here we go, Mr. Bitsam Jack in the Box. Mr. Bitsam Jack in the Box just coming on in with the Jack in the Box. Here he goes with the jackpot. Mr. Jack in the Box just chilling, taking people out, Mr. Bitsam. Hey, what are you doing, pal? What are you doing? Here we go with the jackhammer. Here we go, Mr. Jack in the Box coming on in, just jackhammer. Oh, here it goes. Of course, Mr. Bits, I'm going for the fellow with the green hat. You gotta love it. He's like it's like a bull that just saw red. Yeah, Mr. Bitsam, of course, going against the color green, not liking it at all. Just targeting Mr. Keyblade. Bitsam, Jack in the Box, Hayabusa, just taking him out, to dinner. Here we go, Bitsam, Jack in the Box, Hayabusa, coming after him. Going away. Look at him. Look at Mr. Bitsam, Jack in the Box, just having a good old time over here. And here we go, Mr. Bitsam, Jack in the Box, just trying to take multiple people out, just trying to take them all out, Mr. Bitsam, Jack in the Box here, going after Shadow Killer. Shadow Killer, of course, going at him with a broom. Of all things, you want to go against the Jack in the Box. Mr. Bitsam, Hayabusa over there, just coming at him. You know, you never know what the Jack in the Box is going to do next. You really don't, and that's the thing that makes him very scary. And pulling out the HK416 again, you never know what the Jack in the Box is going to do. You just don't. Mr. Bitsam, Jack in the Box, just hanging on out over here. Oh, look at this! Look at this! I don't think I've ever seen quite so many smiles in all of my life. Mr. Bitsam, Jack in the Box, just hanging out, just hanging out by the skin of his teeth there with the HK416. Here he goes, going against Dagger, Mr. Identity Crisis himself, Mr. Illusions, the Alarm Clock, just chilling out, cleaning the windows over here. These windows are going to be very clean when Mr. Alarm Clock gets done with them. And here we go, Bitsam, Jack in the Box, just run away, going for the heels over there. Bitsam, Jack in the Box. Just hanging out over here by the heels. Here we go, though, Mr. Zero of Silver coming on with the vacuum, trying to take out Mr. Jack in the Box. I don't think it's gonna happen. I really don't. Here we go, Jack in the Box, though, switching guns over here, switching to the grapple cannon, of course, switching it to the spread mode. Jack in the Box apparently has a preference for it. And Mr. Jack in the Box going against Mr. Identity Crisis himself. Let's see what Bitsam, Jack in the Box, Hayabusa can do. Here, just doing circles. You would think this fella is in the middle of a spar by the way he's fighting. Mr. Jack in the Box, of course, going against the Alarm Clock, Mr. Illusions. And here we go, Mr. Jack in the Box. What is Jack in the Box doing? Trying to make quick work, just trying to make fun of everybody. Mr. Jack in the Box, just hanging out, going for a couple of kills. Look at him going against the Alarm Clock, Mr. Illusions over here, the Alarm Clock of GPN. Here we go. Look at the Jack in the Box. Yeah. You know, you almost want to play the Jack in the Box music right now as Mr. Jack in the Box just circles Illusions, the Alarm Clock of GPN. Here we go. Sam Fisher, though, coming on in, going against the Jack in the Box. Mr. Bitsam, Jack in the Box, now going against Silver. You know, nobody seems to like this guy. Everybody just trying to get a piece of the Jack in the Box. And here he goes, Jack in the Box. Just look at him, right in the middle of all this stuff. I've never seen. Look at that, Jack in the Box trying to get away. Jack in the Box hanging on by the skin of his teeth, but luckily there's some heals over there for the Jack in the Box. Let's go back over here to the fight at hand over here. Let's ignore the Jack in the Box for just a second because it looks like Legion Frost, of course, taking over the base, feeling pretty good about himself. Fran the nanny of Legion Frost, now taking over the base. Probably feeling pretty good about himself. Probably feeling really good here as he takes him out. Look at that internet connection. This fella right here probably got some McFlurry there, sitting there at McDonald's with a small fry, maybe a chicken nugget Happy Meal here as he's walking away with the worst internet connection I think I've seen all day. Mr. Fran the Nanny, look at that, the worst internet connection I think I've seen all day. Here it goes, Fran the Nanny, chicken nugget Happy Meal, just taking everybody out, just taking them all out. Are those icicles that this fella's using? Yeah, you gotta appreciate Fran the Nanny over here. Fran the Nanny just coming on, making a mockery of everybody here with the worst internet connection you ever did see. Mr. Chicken Nugget Happy Meal himself over here, playing with the Pokemon toy as he's falling on the floor. Go take a slurp of that chocolate milk, Mr. Fran the Nanny, because you're not gonna be able to get out of this one alive. And here we go, Sam Fisher, Mr. Pool Toy himself, and Charlie the Mugger, both going against Bitsam, the Jack in the Box Hayabusa. Bitsam over here, the Jack in the Box Hayabusa. Here we go, we got a message from Mr. Grief over here, congratulating Growl Era Terror Squad DXB for killing the Juggernaut, Mr. Grief the Juggernaut. Here we go. We got a suggestion over here in the suggestion box from Snoop GPN over here. Snoop, of course, none other than Mr. Buzz Aldrich asking to fix the servers. Unfortunately, that's not within Snake's reach of arm. There we go. I would really love to fix it just to see what Charlie the Mugger could do here with a better internet connection there. Here we go. Once again, blending in with the Tiger PvP shotgun there, going against none other than Bitsam. Well, where'd it go? Did somebody take out Bitsam, the Jack in the Box Hayabusa? No. It looks like this doesn't look good for Bitsam, Jack in the Box Hayabusa. And Charlie the Mugger once again blending in over here. Charlie the Mugger over here. Yeah, well, I'm looking for Hayabusa because he's the one that everybody wants to reckon with. Oh, here we go, the Night PR Fire coming in from the bottom. What a secret surprise! What a secret surprise here by Night PR Fire coming on in with the Ghost M4. Just look at that door just shutting in his face. That's gonna hurt your hands tomorrow morning, Mr. Night PR Fire. Busting it down with ease though with the katana there. Night PR Fire now coming on in with the Ghost M4, trying to take out Shadow Killer. Shadow Killer just eating stuff up, backing off there with Noah's Ark gun, switching it up here as Kelsey Wyclef comes on in. Everybody just attacking, circling Mr. Night PR Fire, circling the fella over here. And he's actually holding out pretty well until Sam the pool toy Fisher just comes on in. Oh, takes out the pool toy. Mr. Night PR Fire taking out the pool toy, now trying to go up there, but taking out the katana, trying to get a healing before he gets it. Doesn't even get, he walks to the heels. What determination over there by Mr. Night PR Fire. Here we go, bits him over here, just making quick work of him. Look at that knockback. Bitsam, Jack in the Box, Hayabusa, taking everybody out, taking them out for dinner. Mr. Bitsam. Here we go, the nanny, Fran the nanny's back. Everybody, here's the nanny, just chilling out with the nanny over here. Worst internet connection you ever did see. Probably sitting at McDonald's right now, slurping that chocolate milk there as he's taking you out. Chocolate milk in one hand and iPad in the other. Here it goes, Mr. Fran the nanny over here, just circling the base, just trying to take it. Look at that. Look at the Intimidator over there. Fran the nanny, just taking everybody out. You gotta love it. Fran the nanny. Look at that. Just taking it down to zero. Look at that. Look at the internet connection. You gotta love it here as he's slurping that chocolate milk. Mr. Fran the nanny. There he goes, finally being taken out by Sean, our most valuable customer, our most appreciative customer, Mr. Sean in GPN. And going on over here, we got Mr. Night PR Fire, of course, the most angry eyes you ever did see. Night PR Fire, of course, going down over here with the Ghost M4, getting just manhandled. Takes out Illusions, the alarm clock of GPN, of course. And here we go, going in for the heels after he takes him out. Fran the nanny, of course, is back. Fran the nanny back for some business. Going over here, just looking at Night PR Fire. Night PR Fire going against Fran the nanny. You know, this is quite a competition over here. You see Fran the nanny going against Night PR Fire. You gotta love it, folks. You just gotta love it. There we go, Mr. Night PR Fire, just taking out Fran the nanny, trying to take him out, but you know, I seen Fran the nanny go against several GPN members and just dance through him. Charlie the Mugger being taken out though by Mr. Night PR Fire. Here he goes, Mr. Night PR Fire, just causing all kinds of trouble, just causing all sorts of trouble there, Mr. Night PR Fire. And it looks like, I think this has come down to screechy halt. A big issue right now is the internet right now. Here, the server apparently is just, well, it's not on its A game. It's probably not even on its F game right now. The server over here just taking a squat right now as these GPN members, dedicated members here, just going all over Wings base. You know, we're gonna go check out the server. I'm gonna end the stream right here. I'm gonna go check out the server, see if there's anything I could probably do. Let's go check this out. Give me just 1 second. Here we go.